This is going to be an activity 4.1. Is it a rock or is it a mineral? In this activity, we're going to be exploring the difference between rocks and minerals, where rocks are aggregates of multiple minerals that make up that structure, and minerals are homogeneous samples that are inorganic crystalline solids that have specific chemical compositions. So we're looking for the students to be able to differentiate between a rock structure and a mineral structure using candy and food products, which include flips, which are chocolate-covered pretzels. We have Blue Diamond almonds, Hershey Kisses with almonds. We have some plain Hershey Kisses. We have some caramels, some Rice Krispies, Take 5 bars. We have Nestle Crunch bars, some M&Ms. These ones have caramel in it. A whatchamacallit. And we also need Ziploc baggies and some paper towels for the students to use within this experiment. Within all of these items, we're then going to take a small portion of each of those and put them into individual baggies for the students to use as part of their exploration of, is it a rock or is it a mineral? So we're going to ask the students to make observations based on the materials that are provided to them in the bag and categorize them as a rock or a mineral based on the properties they see within those samples themselves. If they have a solid object, they can then use their plastic knife to go ahead and cut that open to see if there's differences inside or if it's a homogeneous sample throughout. So we're going to let them go ahead and explore these few items here and record it on the Is it a rock or a mineral data sheet that's provided to you in your lab manuals. And the students should be able to explain why they categorize them the way that they did as a rock or a mineral when they're finished with the activity. So we're going to let them go ahead and do that now. So over here, Isaac has almonds. He's going to go ahead and categorize those. Lauren has the whatchamacallit bar, so he has to choose whether it's a rock or a mineral, and based on what observations they made to predict where they belong. So here, Isaac has a Hershey Kiss, which he's trying to determine whether it's solid all the way throughout, it's just chocolate, or if it's the Hershey Kiss with the almonds in it. And Lauren's going to do the same thing with hers. Now, as they both complete these, we came across two items that are similar for both of them. They both had a Hershey Kiss in their baggies, where Lauren categorized her Hershey Kiss as a rock or a mineral.
A rock.
A rock. And why did you choose a rock for your Hershey Kiss?
Because my Hershey Kiss had several components. It had the almond and the chocolate.
And whereas Isaac had the other Hershey Kiss, which was just a milk chocolate all the way through, and he categorized his Hershey Kiss as a
mineral.
As a mineral because
it's homogeneous the whole way through.
It's homogeneous all the way through. Now, if I asked you, Isaac, to go ahead and do this one, we're going to compare your answer here with the Rice Krispies. So if you were to categorize this as a rock or a mineral, the Rice Krispies, what would you categorize them as?
I would say a rock, because it contains rice, sugar, corn syrup, and salt instead of being just one item.
And Lauren, how did you categorize your Rice Krispies?
I said a mineral because if we look at it, it's just all the rice cereal. Like, there's only one component.
Good. So as we looked at the Rice Krispies and the Hershey Kisses and some of the other items, you're going to notice that some of the students may have different answers, and they're going to be basing that on evidence they collected to support their idea of whether it was a rock versus a mineral. That should give you a lot of different discussion points to break off into different groups within the classroom and create different discussions of whether it is a rock or a mineral.